A lot of times, and I mean, as many things you would go to, TED Talks you will see, articles you will read, they all point to one context around social media. People go on social media to socialize.
Yeah, people don't go on
Bottom
social
line,
media. Yeah, they do go to
people
socialize.
go to social media
And stuff now.
to socialize. Like, there's a lot of, I know there's a lot of people who are very influential on Instagram, big, avid people post nice things on Instagram. Now, there's advertising on Instagram. And,
that's irritating.
and the irritation factor, like you don't understand. People are like trying to find alternatives, because at the end of the day, if you're a brand and you're gonna do something, it mustn't be forced.
Yeah.
You know, it mustn't be forced. There will be brands who naturally get into conversations, right? And it's all about timing, impeccable timing when you actually go into a conversation. Quite recently, Audi did a post with the sauna when it happened. It was because there were all these memes around Madam Speaker. So Audi saw an opportunity to talk about their speaker system in their cars, you know, and title Madam Speaker, hashtag, you know. And I think that was fun, you know, but, you know, it could also work against you. It could really turn like an angry mob against you, because it could be a real serious issue that you drew, you know, buying media to infiltrate that conversation. You have, however witty it could be, it could actually backfire quite badly. And I think it is important to understand the context, to say, if I'm going to the space, how do I not be intrusive, and how do I communicate in a way that, you know, people resonate with me? How do I make sure that my brand purpose is intact and I don't try to be pretentious to play a role in this space and then end up, you know, doing more damage to my brand than any good?
We could learn quite a lot from actually the youth market, or being in the youth market, is that brands should not, you know, the hot sell, that is those Instagram sponsored thingies. My goodness, that is like hot sell, hot sell, hot sell. And what young people say in the Generation Next study is that brands should sell them experiences and aspirations rather than just a product. And then people will be like, you know what, I actually feel this advert. I didn't see it, I felt it. And then when you feel an advert, you are most likely to hit the share button. And that's what most brands want.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that just the point that, you know, authenticity is important.
Yeah.
Like, if you buying trending, it means it didn't endorsed by people. It wasn't endorsed by people saying, hey, let's talk about this topic. You know, so it's not authentic, it's not real. So people are going to ignore it. Right?
Just like having a celebrity on your campaigns. Like, I feel celebrities are very influential, but people are starting to hate seeing celebrities affiliated with brands. People want to see normal people affiliated with brands.
Yeah,
not your Pharrell with your Woolworths,
exactly.
or whatever.
So
doesn't change
pretentious.
anything.
Yeah.
I still don't go to Woolworths.
Yeah.
Even though I like Pharrell.
Yeah.
I even stopped liking it because of that.
Yeah. I mean, if your brand doesn't work for that digital space, don't force it.
Some brands don't belong in social media.
Yeah, exactly. Don't force it.
So you have to really think hard about your digital strategy and say, okay, I make bread. Are people gonna like bread on Facebook? Is that,
Yeah.
you know, is that okay? We're gonna have to let's have a Facebook page
Yeah.
about bread. you know.
And then what do you talk about? Because there's like what 7 vitamins in bread, and then now you have like flipping.
Here's the
whole
whole range that you have.
And yeah.
You know, we have
Brown
GI bread, brown bread, white bread, the best of both. You know, it's bread.
Exactly. And also it can work.
It's bread. There's a Facebook page. Bread.
That's it.
I agree.
No, I mean, I'm just basically saying, you know, strategy. Consider your audience, consider your brand purpose, and what is your channel selection that's appropriate. You know, another thing is when it comes to social media, you know, it's high end. It's not lowest common denominator. You know, not all people have access to it because an access point of data is not as prevalent as the rest of the world. You know, and by the rest of the world, I mean the developed world. And, you know, you have to think about, you know, being relevant to your audience. And relevance to your audience means you don't have to be in every single channel that comes
You don't
up.
have to.
It has to be really considered.